Hello, hello, hello. All right. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the live stream. I hope you can hear me. Hope everything works fine. Not like the few last times where nothing really worked. Let me see. Audio. Check, check, check. I think it works. So, yeah, I'm back from vacation, and I hope you had a few good days while I wasn't here. Let's just quickly see if this is live on LinkedIn. And on YouTube. Doesn't show me live here. What's the matter? Can you hear me? It works. Okay, Omar. Thanks, Omar. On YouTube, it seems it works, but I don't think LinkedIn works. Come on. What's the matter, LinkedIn? No, it doesn't work. Shit. Yeah. Again, I hope you had a few really, really good days. I was at the beach with the family and enjoyed the sun a bit. Although we're here in Germany, it's not like we have 35 degrees all the time. So, yeah. But I don't know what's wrong with LinkedIn. Like, why isn't this working? Oh, it is. It is. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So this stream, I thought, I'm back. Let's talk. Works on LinkedIn as well. Thanks, Nazim. No, Naeem. Yeah. I thought let's just talk a bit about the data engineering coaching that we're starting again and a bit about projects. I think projects is something that everybody should work on. This will help you a lot. No matter if it's with my coaching program or with the academy. I think not just doing a course on a tool, but trying to stitch multiple tools together to have a end-to-end project where you get the data in and then do something with the data. I think that is something very important. And for me, that is one of the big goals that I have with the coaching, to be able to help you not just through the courses, but also face to face, where you can come and you can ask questions. Naeem, yeah, we have still three seats left. So because I'm taking 10 students this month. If you want to join or if you have questions, drop the questions in. Just before I was answering a lot of questions over email. People were asking, Andreas, when are the coaching sessions, and other questions. So we can also talk about that a bit, because I was a bit behind over the vacation. I didn't really have time to answer this. So the idea with the coaching, as I said, helping you learn data engineering through projects, through the help of the academy, through interaction with me and with also other coaches, with Santiago and with Arokia, because they are really good, and they can help you as good as I do. And if they have stuff that they can't go back to, then, or they don't know, they will get back to me, or they will research it themselves and then answer you. So that is something that we're going to help. And basically my sessions are Fridays, 4 p.m. Europe time, and that's 10 a.m. US time. And Santiago is doing, what is he doing? I think he's doing Tuesdays, 6 p.m. That's 12. That's lunchtime in the US, and Rokia is doing Wednesdays, 4 p.m. So yeah, Naeem, let's go here. Naeem, just write me an email. You can also drop this all through email, but also we can just chat about it. So let's see, Naeem. I have a go-to transition from a software background to data engineering side. Very good. That's already a very good foundation. Basically, that's what I did as well, right? I had a software development. How's it called in English? No, apprenticeship is the wrong thing. Like, I learned software development, and then through my work, through doing software development, through having problems that actually require data engineering, which wasn't called data engineering back at the time, I actually got into this. So this is a good foundation. Python, SQL, most likely you know, with relational databases. You know computer networking. You, with the software development, you know usually Git. So it's super easy for you to usually make that transition to data engineering, or let's say you have the right background for this. Already have 7 years of experience in back-end technologies. Want to find new role in Europe side? Well, Europe. I don't know. The thing with Europe, and I think I did a podcast lately on this. I think not every country in Europe really leverages or uses data engineering as much as they should do, or there are not so many open positions. I think Germany, for instance, is really lacking at this for a long time now. Countries like the Netherlands are really, really strong. The whole data science sector is, and I think engineering is part of this, is really strong in the Netherlands. I had students and coaching students before in the Netherlands. I know companies from the Netherlands. It's really good. Also Swiss. The Swiss have a few companies there because it's basically a lot of companies move from Germany away to the Swiss because of the whole situation with bureaucracy and with the taxes and everything. So that's also something. I know the countries like Poland, for instance, or then when you go further, also I have a coaching student now from Ukraine is going to start. So these countries are also very strong, but the amount of pay is not as high in this country. So yeah, it's the thing is always, is the grass always greener on the other side, right? Do you have to move to Europe to do this, or is it best to start with this where you are, and then once you have the job, try to move to Europe? That's like, or look at Europe or other countries. So yeah, but yeah, about that. So I think that's, they post more about like what questions do you have. Next month, yes, we're going to do another round, Jay. We're going to do another round next month, most likely. I haven't decided the starting date yet because we just start with this, but yeah, maybe end of September, maybe early October. I can see us do another round. Yeah, how to join? Joining is super easy. So let me show you. Joining is super easy. All you need to do is here. You need to go to learndataengineering.com. Either one sec now. Either you click on coaching here, or you scroll down here and click on coaching there. And then you scroll down the side where we explain the coaching. And then here you have the option. Do you want to pay in a one-time payment, or do you want to split this into 3 payments, and then click enroll now here. And this leads you to a, this leads you to a page. And yeah, if you're already an Academy member, then we're going to give you a discount code for the annual or for the unlimited access. So either 264 or 480 will be deducted from this price. Well, this is with the German tax from this price, 14.99. And then, yeah. So the end, of course, the end also always the taxes. So thanks Germany for 19% tax. Yeah, and this is basically how this works. It's super easy. What else? Yeah, Emmanuel, like, can you explain a bit how the weekly sessions will work? So the idea with that, what I'm doing, how I'm preparing this is, I have, once you join, I have a form, and I copied this form so you don't see the original one. I have a form where I want to learn a bit more about you, right? And this is a very easy form where you link 3 jobs on the internet that you want to get into. And also I have a larger text field where you can add your more custom goals, things you want to work on, things you're interested in, and then that you upload your CV. This doesn't need to be a perfect CV. This just needs to be a CV. Doesn't need to be perfect. It's just for me so that I can see, okay, where you're coming from, right? What experience do you have? What have you worked with? Where do you want to go? What's your ultimate goal of what type of job you want to get, and some custom goals. And from that, what I'm doing is I'm doing this because I'm preparing this right now for my coaching students. So the idea with this is what I'm doing then is I'm going on the board here. Everybody gets a collaboration board, and I'm putting in here, I'm putting you like a to-do list, a learning plan, what you need to do, what are the goals, which courses should you take from the Academy, and in which order. And then based on that, I'm building you basically here a project. And that project is going to have 2 parts. It's going to have a transactional part, most likely with streaming, and a batch processing part, which is an analytical part. And from there, I want to start building you a pipeline with these tools that I tell you in the learning plan, and I also write them down here in the individual sections. And you can then, once you've done the other courses, you can then do this. So you then have a big end-to-end project. Now, the goal with this is not just do this with the data that I have, but you can also then work on, okay, you're going to put in some data set. Didn't I have an example last time? Let me quickly see. I think I had didn't I have last time here, like where we then copy, where you can work on, okay, I want to use this data set now for this project, not just the data sets that I have. And then basically you work through this and set yourself goals, and then build the pipelines and document all of this, right? Build it, document it. And what we are here in the coaching is to help you every step of the way. I built you the plan. Me, Santiago, Arrokia, we're here for you, so you can come to our coaching sessions, you can ask questions, you can look at the other students' projects, you can hear the questions that other students have, and this way you first of all get in touch with other students, and you hear their problems and learn what they and basically learn these problems. Of course, depending on if you join now in a few months, Most likely you have already other people in the coaching sessions that are a bit more advanced, but nevertheless you should look or listen to it, and this will help you. And we're trying to keep the attendees for the sessions individually low. Of course, the first one, everybody will be there, but then otherwise, I'm trying to aim for 5 to 7 people in the session, and the session can take 1 or 2 hours. And this way, at first, I'm trying to limit this to an hour. And this way, you have enough time. Everybody has enough time for us to ask us the questions. We can help you. We can work together on these boards, and we can build you a nice project or multiple ones that you can show. We help you with the CV, and yeah, that's how this works. Now let me quickly, the weekly sessions will be like this. The weekly sessions will be, we're here, you're coming in. Either you are already sending us some questions before. That's very often a good way of sending us questions, then we can work through it, and we can already deliver you the answers or discuss with you what could be solutions to that, or we just go through this stuff in individual sessions. That's here. So you basically think of us as your mentors that guide you through the whole thing. I think, Emmanuel, didn't I write you an email? I think an hour ago or something, I wrote you an email, Emmanuel, right? I think so. I think I answered your email. Yeah. How's the market for data engineers in Asia, specifically interested in Japan or the Philippines? I have no idea. I don't know. That's something. So how would you address this? You're wondering, okay, how's the engineering market in Japan? Now, the first thing with Japan is, of course, do you need to learn the language for this, or are there like job boards where you can find jobs online for this? Then I would start looking, like, how many engineering jobs are actually there? Is this something where you're going to find engineering jobs? At first, Germany. Go on, search for Germany, search for data engineer or cloud engineer or something, and then see, okay, is this actually in demand? Are they hiring engineers? And then if not, then but if there are a ton of jobs, then that's already a good point, or that's already a good outlook, right? Name says, I hope by joining the coaching program it will be a good starting point and I can achieve my goals for starting career in data engineering. Yeah, that's like we helped a ton with the academy as well as with the coaching. We helped a ton of people to make that transition. Very often you slowly transition into this. You have a software engineer job, then the next job might not be directly the data engineer job, but might be a combination of both, and then you take the next step to this. So that's why I also added this to make this longer, that you can find your way, that you have a bit more time to look for jobs, that we can help you dial the CV in, and you have enough time to document everything well. I think that is very important for you. So yeah, starting point, very good starting point, as well as with the academy. Like just today, I had someone who wrote me an email. Andreas, I want to join the coaching. Can you bring the price down to 1,000 instead of 1,500? And I would do this even if he said, can you bring it down to 1,000? I will get a loan for this to join this if you bring it down to 1,000. First of all, there are no discounts except if you're already a member of the academy. Then we're reducing this. And otherwise, I wrote him do not get a loan for stuff like this, right? If you can afford it and you think this will help you, go for it. But if you have to like save a lot of money and this is a very difficult choice to make for you, then don't get it. Don't do it. Like I wrote him, don't get the coaching, start with the academy. You can start with the academy today. It's only a fraction of the price, right? The coaching is 1,500. The academy is 264 right now. So super cheap, and you can start right now. And if you decide this is something you want to follow, you like this, you need more help, you can later at some point get to the coaching, and it's basically the same thing because you get we're sending you a coupon code for this, right? So I think that is the best choice. If never get a loan for education. I think it's crazy that like, when I read that people in the US that they have to get student loans and these are multiple hundreds of thousands of dollars, like what the fuck is going on? Like, does this really have to be that expensive? I mean, here in Germany, I had to pay basically nothing for this. I think when I had a bit of student, this cost $200-300 a semester or something, right? So this should be how it should be. And of course, I can do this. I have to feed my family, and I have employees. So, but I mean, a loan for education, don't do it. There are easier ways to do this. Any specification for system types? I don't know what you mean. Like computers? Like for you don't need that strong of a computer. It's if it's computers. Either we do something on the cloud, and then this is very cheap. It's like if you're really doing this, I'm guessing $10 a month to work on the cloud, because you're going to pause the resources once you're not developing, once you're not working on it. But on a normal computer, it works like you don't need crazy machines here. Okay, right, great. It was you. Yeah. So the idea is not to. That's also something that you have to remember. You don't need. My goal is not that you work on large data sets, like gigabytes of data sets, and then struggle on your computer, struggle on the cloud, have a lot of money to pay for cloud resources. Makes no sense. Makes absolutely no sense. For the past, I don't know, how long do I have the academy now? 5 years? I think the first coaching students were 2019, 27. Years. We never at some point needed to have huge data sets to learn data engineering, because the essence, the data behaves, or the jobs that you need to do is the same thing with small data than with big data. Of course, if you have large data sets, at some point you need to get into the optimization part. This is a bit difficult with small data sets, but for learning it makes absolutely no difference. So you like Windows. I have students on Windows. I also have a Windows PC here. This is also my development computer here. It's Windows. It's not really a crazy machine. Okay, it's a bit better but I have 16 gigabytes of RAM in here. Never had to improve this. On the other machine, I have a Mac. The same. It works there as well, so it doesn't really matter. Bismarck says, I'm now joining. Well, then see you soon. Do I have to go through the academy first before? No, absolutely not. You don't have to go to through the academy first. You can if you want, but you don't have to. Also, I missed the Academy discount on the last day and sent a Twitter DM but did not get a response. Sorry. Write us an email at hello@learndataengineering. If you just want the Academy, write us an email there. hello@learndataengineering.com. Otherwise for the coaching, there's no discount for this. Yeah. Roberto says, I'm already a Data Engineering Academy student. Great, Roberto. What is the cost of this? Is it separate? Yes, this is a separate, like, next tier of the Academy. As I said, now you can look at what you've paid. If you already are already in the Academy and you've on a 12 months, or if you're on unlimited, then just write me an email at hello@learndataengineering.com and or send me a message over Discord, and I will send you a coupon code for the 12 months or for the unlimited. So your coaching price will be either, you know what I mean, 1,500 minus 264 or 1,500 minus $480. So that's better. That's how this works. I think this is completely fair, and this gives people the opportunity to start fairly cheap, to get into this, find out if they like data engineering or if they're interested in, and then this way, then I can help you guys, and you are ready to get help. Because like I had students before who were coming from absolutely zero. They had no idea about data engineering, and they got the coaching, and then they said or they found out that this is not something for them. I think that is with the Academy and the amount of things that are in the Academy, this is no longer the case. You can just come in, you can look at the first modules, or the courses in the first modules, like Python for data engineers, Docker fundamentals. You can look at platform design. You can look at data modeling. And if these things are already like you're sitting there and like, no, this is not for me, then you know, okay, the coaching would have been no help to you. But if you're thinking about this and you're not sure about the coaching, just get the Academy. You have 14 days of money back, and then you can join later at any point in time when we do the next round. Yeah. So the thing is, now for us, it's also, I have to say, for us, it's also a bit of a learning journey, because we're doing this a slightly bit different. Earlier, the coaching was just me. Now I have Santiago and Rokia who are helping me. And also earlier, I was trying to build one of these projects with every individual student. Like we had a project, for instance, this year. This was with a bike renting system where they data, basically historical trip data for bikes, and they had bike locations, and you could see where's the station, how many bikes are there on the available at the station. And Ram and Ricky, they analyzed basically was single ride, and they calculated like the I don't know exactly what did they like. Bike availability, they mark these in red and yellow on the interface. So they built an interface for this, and they stored historical data. And basically they built this on Azure, and then build an analytics around this to analyze all that data through Spark on Azure. And so that is one of the examples. And the thing is, I built this for every student. In every session, we were going through this, and we were like discussing this, but it takes a long time. So for me, it's also a bit of a learning journey. Now I want to do this more with a learning plan. Like, okay, this is your project going to be, and we can change this. Of course, this doesn't need to be exactly what I envisioned in the beginning, but like how good that fits is a bit of a learning journey for me as well. And this way, okay, these are the skills that I need. These are the courses that you need to take. And then through these courses, you can then build these, like, let's say we're doing something, the job descriptions, for instance, say you need Snowflake, right? You need Snowflake. What would we most likely do? We would most likely, let me go to a different board here. No, not this one. Example soon. We would most likely then say here, okay, let's put in here as a data warehouse, let's put in Snowflake as a processing framework or way of processing data. Let's first do something for ETL, how we get the data in, and then let's use, for instance, dbt to do ELT on this, right? So this, depending on what the job descriptions, what your goals are, I'm going to try to build you beforehand so that okay, now these steps, and now one of the steps in the learning plan, for instance, is APIs, and okay, why do you need this? Okay, because here on top with the pipeline, I need to connect to an external API, so I know how APIs work, or you need to set up an API because that's why you need the course, right? Set one up, access an external one like a weather API or something, and that's basically how this works. And yeah, I'm excited. I think, as I said, I was on vacation now, and a lot of people, like 7 people, joined the coaching. Now for me, this is perfect. I don't want 50 students. I don't want 200 students. This makes for me no sense. I want to help you as well as possible. This is not like a boot camp that fits for everyone, because then this is really fit for nobody. I don't know. So I think this is for me, this is where I want to go. This is a way of helping people individually. And I'm excited to build these learning plans now. I wanted to do this today, then I remembered, or Corinna said, Andreas, we planned a live stream today, actually. And so I said, okay, whoops, I need to quickly prepare this stream. Otherwise, I would have prepared learning plans for the students now. Yeah, more questions. Put in your questions in the chat. We're going to talk about this. Like, for instance, one of the problems I showed you, the bike problem or topic, where the like I also, for instance, here's a cool project. Christian did that, and basically this is a Dockerized environment. Let's go in the Docker Compose. So he used Postgres in this and pgadmin to connect to the database, and then he basically built a vehicle, like a rental inspection, and a REST API for this, so that you can, you have like an inspection overview, and you can check, like inspect vehicles and check out vehicles, like a database for a rental, for car rentals. And then he went through this. He built the API here, or he designed the API, and he also made it available to use here. And he designed the back end. Here, basically designed the database, and then we gave feedback, and back in the day that was me. And then I gave feedback on how to do this, what to do, and answered questions on this. And this was really this was a cool project. And he put this on the GitHub. It was really nice. And stuff like this you can do all the time, and we're here to help you with the data modeling and so on. Right. Yeah. Any put in any more questions in here? I'm still here. We're 35 minutes in. What's the best? Like computers. Okay, the computers and Windows and Mac question I answered. It doesn't really matter. One thing I know that was annoying sometime, especially with the first versions of the Mac chip, that they had a bit of problems. But nowadays, I think this isn't a big problem now. I would go for a simple Windows machine. It's like simple Windows notebook, laptop. That's still good. What else did I prepare? Well, you don't have to. Which cloud which cloud platform do we have to choose? You don't have to choose one. That's the cool thing. Now, we can look at what interests you, what is required by companies, by the jobs that you look at, and then we can select one. We have supporting material on AWS. We have large supporting material on GCP, on Azure. We have Snowflake. We have Databricks. Like, you can more or less choose freely what to do here. So it's not really you have to choose. We're going to look at what fits best for you, and we can do this together. As I said, my learning plan is a suggestion, and then we can go through this. So, for instance, AWS, we could do something with Glue, with ECR. That's container registry, and with Fargate, that's an alternative to Kubernetes. Different databases or data warehouses. Same thing on like Azure. Well, we have done a lot of stuff with Cosmos DB, with Data Factory, Functions, Event Hub, stuff like this. GCP, Cloud Endpoints, PubSub, Cloud Functions, Dataflow, Dataproc, BigQuery. These are the things that my students have worked before, or like something like Spark, Docker, Snowflake, Databricks. Like these things, we can build this together, and you can freely choose what you want and what you need. By the way, Mahesh, aren't you watching? Or is this? I think you are, right? Then we meet next week then. Of course you are. Hey, hiding here in the shadows. You could have outed yourself, Mahesh. Yeah. So that we're going to figure this out. Have you filled out the form, Mahesh, or haven't you? Because that's one of the first thing. I don't have my checklist here on this computer. Yes. Okay. Good. Then I will get back to you tomorrow or on Monday with a learning plan, because I need to create one for everybody. I was thinking maybe I'm going to also, like, once I have the learning plan and the setup of the project, once I have this, that I create you a small video for this and put this on, for instance, as an unlisted video on my YouTube channel or on one of my other YouTube channels. And this way you get a bit of more insight into the learning plan and what I suggest. And this way we can start more quickly, and you can already get back to me. Yeah, also get back to me. That's also something in the Discord. I need to check Mahesh if you're already on the Discord. I know not everybody is on the Discord right now, so I need to check this, because while I was away, I didn't have access to the Discord. Quality of videos are good. Thanks. Yeah, I know I'm actually behind this. So behind with the video creation, I want to, I still need to create the SQL for data engineers course. I still need to create the videos for the dimensional data modeling course. A lot of them are already done because Eka did these, but I also need to record a few. And I have next week on Tuesday, I want to show you a project next week that I want to do, and I want to keep you in the loop here on the live stream about this. It's a Gen AI project, and I think this would be very interesting. So I want to research this with you next week. The Discord for is the Discord for the coaching different than the academy? No, it's the same Discord, but we have hidden coaching channels where I need to give you the role for coaching student, I think, and then we are going to have specific channels for the coaching students, so that, for instance, if you want to send questions to us, or if we have announcement for if you need to move a meeting or something, then this is through the private coaching channels. Also, the booking of the sessions, we're doing this again over Calendly. I need to still implement how that you can book through my Calendly, Rokia's and Santiago's calendar. But that is actually something that I want to set up. Most likely I'm going to set this up Monday or Tuesday, because it's super easy to book sessions through Calendly, where you go in and you can you see exactly the availability. You see how many people are already in the session. And I think that is really cool, and that has helped me in the last time with the coaching. Yeah, and I hope you guys are showing up. I hope you guys show up. For me, it was always very annoying to have, especially in the one-on-one sessions. I'm telling you, I had one-on-one sessions, and then people booked the sessions and they didn't show up, and I sit here waiting for 15 minutes for somebody who's not going to show up. Oh, yeah. No, so how are the sessions? A bit more about the sessions. Maybe I need to put a bit more about the sessions online. So the idea is, the sessions are not one-on-one. The sessions are group sessions, right? So you can join the group sessions. You can book a slot in the sessions, and then you can come by, and then we are going to take turns, and you can ask your questions. These sessions, because I'm in Germany and Rokia as well, we need to do the sessions basically our afternoon, which is in the US, it's morning sessions. Basically for me it's 10 a.m. and for Rokia as well. And Santiago, although he's sitting in Argentina, he's doing basically 12 to 1 p.m. sessions, or 12 to 2 p.m. sessions on Wednesday. And this is how we start. Of course, we're going to then scale this up when we have more rounds, when we have more students. But this is basically how the sessions work. You just book a seat in the sessions, you can come by, you either send us questions beforehand or not. You can also jump into discussions with others. It's usually, this is very just like this. I'm usually sitting here in the same room, and we're chatting, and I'm trying to help you with answering your questions, with setting up or with designing the platform, or answering questions about the platform, what to look for, and giving you new tasks in the to-do list. I think that's something, this is how this usually works. Yeah. So the Discord is the same Discord, just other channels that you don't see as a yeah. And also I wanted to say, like even in the session, if it's something really private, we can make it one-on-one at the end. I also told this to Arokia and to Santiago. At the end of the sessions, usually this is something, if you have something private, like you have something with the CV you don't want to share or some questions. What I always said before in the older coaching, stay here until the end or come by at the end, and then we're going to take care of this. And then, and then we're alone, everybody else drops off, and we can discuss all these topics. Yeah, that's it. So 3 spots left. Yeah, as I said, for me, this is not something where I want to put 50 to 100 students through at one time, because I think this is, then it's not really, it's almost like like an online course at that point, and I don't want that. I had good experiences with courses or with like I once had, for instance, a Hadoop course in the Netherlands, and I think we were 7 or 8 people there, and that was really fun. And there was a small group. That was a nice setup. Although this, of course, this was only a few days. I think it was 4 days where I was there. But I think this is a lot more helpful, because you can ask questions, you get answers. Basically, we're in the sessions here to help you answer your questions. We're not there to deliver you content, to teach you lessons. I think this doesn't really make sense. And I think this is the big, for me, this was always the big upside. Yeah, guys. Again, I think on Tuesday, I'm going to talk to Corinna that she plans a live stream here on Tuesday about the Gen AI platform setup that I have in mind, because I have something in mind, and I looked at a platform design on the AWS once before. So if you watched on my YouTube channel one of the latest Gen AI platform architecture reviews, I can't put this off my mind. This is something that interests me a lot, and I think it would be very interesting to get into this as well as for you, for the students in the academy. Yeah, guys, let's end this for today. Again, if you're a coaching student already, write me on the Discord. I already saw here. I just checked. I'm going to answer this question afterwards. Who wrote me the... Somebody already wrote me about this. Why can't I see it anymore? I'm going to get to it. Okay. Now, tomorrow is already Friday. So if you're looking for the weekend, just one more day and a half, depending on where you are. And then we see each other next Tuesday for the next live stream. Again, if you want to join the coaching or the academy, learndataengineering.com. You can scroll down here. This is the academy here. The academy, I taught over 2,000 students here, 30 plus courses, over 500 video lessons, over 50 hours of content. Basically everything you need for a small price. If you want to have custom help by me, by the other students, by the other trainers, check out the coaching. We're starting Friday, August 30th. So the purchase is, or the checkout is going to be closed August 29th, right? Because you need to, it does make sense to have the 30th. Okay, guys, thanks for being here. Let me know if you have questions over LinkedIn. You can also add me on Twitter. I'm on Twitter all the time. And yeah, see you next Tuesday otherwise.